in Gaza that contradicts the Israeli military's version.
Did you hear about this? If you did, it wasn't through the mainstream media. But now, for some reason, they're sort of covering it.
In Gaza that contradicts the Israeli military's version of the strike on an aid convoy. The footage obtained by the New York Times and verified by Sky News was discovered on the mobile phone of a paramedic who was found along with 14 other people in a mass grave. It shows that the ambulances and fire truck that they were traveling in were clearly marked and had their emergency lights on when Israeli troops hit them with gunfire. Well, Israel originally said the vehicles were advancing suspiciously without headlights or emergency signals. Well, our Middle East correspondent, Asa Bunkle, joins us now live from...
Remember, these paramedics who were handcuffed, assassinated, and buried in a mass grave to cover up a war crime. They were found. No one knows how. No one knows what happened. They were just found, buried. God knows, right? And they won't say that Israel lied. We know they lied. But they won't say it. They'll say it was contradictory. Or, in their words, you know, the footage we are witnessing with our own very eyes are quite contradictory to the statements that the IDF informed us of. You know, they said the ambulances were unmarked and they were suspicious and they were approaching them and they had no sirens. But, you know, our eyes might be playing tricks on us because we see sirens. So we are waiting eagerly to hear what the IDF has to say because there's some contradictory information there. And also, the IDF did not kill those paramedics. They simply hit them with bullets, yes. Oh, we gotta stay caffeinated for this.
Now live from Jerusalem. So, Alistair, has there been a change in what the Israelis have said about what happened here?
We are still awaiting a statement from the Israeli military. I understand one is being worked on now and will be issued.
A statement is currently being worked on. You caught them lying, and a statement is just being worked on. We're waiting for it to be completed and come to fruition. Wallahi, the media is just bending over backwards, doing side flips just to avoid saying a single word that can insinuate to their audience, that can alarm them that Israel may be considered committing a war crime. I said too much. Oh, and by the way, they eventually just said, yeah, what you gonna do about it? Because when I came across this is just, it's sad, but it's hilarious. This is Israel's war crime checklist. Here's how they approach every war crime they do. First, we didn't do it. Then when the evidence against them is so significant, they go, okay, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we bombed that hospital, but they were Hamas. And then when they have zero evidence, they get called out. They say, okay, maybe they were not Hamas, but they were suspicious and they were unmarked and they were looking at us funny, giving us the side eye. And then when they get caught lying there, they go, okay, yeah, they were civilians, but it was an accident. We'll investigate ourselves. Ooh, done investigating and we're innocent. You don't believe me? Check it out. They just admit, oh, it was an accident. We shot at them and moving on now. They're pulling off a Rafiki from The Lion King. It's in the past. It doesn't matter.